Hello, everyone, and welcome to Donkey Studios. Yes, thank you for joining us for our seventh Bottom Down live stream class. I'm Nerdy Mickey, and will be doing my best to produce this live stream class and moderate the Q&A session. Once again, thank you for the last couple weeks bearing with us as we continue to learn how everything works with our live streaming effort. And without further delay, let's get started.
Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I am Carol and I am glad you've joined us for our Bottoms Downies live chair yoga class. So we are all participating in this class together and we will move through some of our movements and then we'll have a little Q&A session at the end. We are going to start seated and then we'll come into a standing position, but remember, if you don't want to stand up, you just stay seated. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. And let's take just a moment to ground our feet to the earth. So feeling like you've got both feet on that floor, equal weight on both sides. Let's ground those sits bones to the chair. Feel like you have both sits bones on that chair, equal weight on both sides. Our hands are going to rest lightly on our thighs. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Lift your heart and pull your shoulders down out of the ears. Go ahead and close your eyes or soften the eyes and just breathe your natural breath. So we're not changing the breath, but we're just noticing the breath. And let's elongate that breath. We're going to inhale a little more deeply. Exhale a little more completely. Let's do that again. And just breathe normally. We're going to do that one more time, but we're going to bring that breath down into the belly, that diaphragmatic breath. As we inhale, the belly extends. And as we exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Let's do that again. And just breathe normally. So the last time, we're going to continue with our diaphragmatic breath. Try to make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. Go ahead and do that a couple more times. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. We have one more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. We're going to lift our right hand and lay it lightly on the head. Opposite arm is going to extend towards the wall beside you. Flex and push through that palm. All right, let's bring that left hand down and take the right hand off the head. We'll lift that head up. Let's do the other side. So we're going to drop the ear towards the shoulder first. So just feel that natural range of motion here first. So that natural stretch. Now, lift that left hand up, lay it lightly on the head. I don't want you to pull or tug. We're just laying it there, letting that weight give us a little more stretch. Now, we're going to extend that opposite arm to the side. We have one more breath. Let's bring that hand down, opposite hand up, and we're going to do that one more time. Drop ear to shoulder first. Remember, let you have that natural range of motion first. Now, lift that hand up and lay it lightly on the head. Opposite arm extends and push. So that pushing is where you're going to get a little more stretch. It's not pulling the hand to the head. It's pushing that opposite hand out to the side. All right, let's bring that hand down, opposite arm up. Off the head, lift that head up. Y'all feel that? Boy, I did. Let's do the last one on the other side. Ear to shoulder first. So don't lift that hand up first. Yeah. Now let's lift the hand up and lay it on the head. And then let's take just a moment here, get that natural range of motion there. Then we're going to extend that opposite arm and push. One more breath, bring the hand down, bring the opposite hand off the head, lift the head up, and let's go ahead and just roll those shoulders a little bit. I like to move my head around a little bit after I do those stretches just to kind of move things a little bit. Okay, I said a little bit a lot there, didn't I? Sorry. Okay, we're going to do a cow pose. So our hands are going to grab the back of the chair. We're going to lift our heart and squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. Now, lifting the chin slightly, if that feels okay. The main thing here is squeezing the shoulder blades. That's where you're going to really optimize that cow pose. Now, let's round into cat pose. Hands are going to go on the thighs, elbows wide, tuck the chin, and let the head fall. Nice. Okay, let's come up to seated, and we're going to do that again. Hands to the chair, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades behind, then lift that chin slightly. Round into cat pose. Hands on those thighs, elbows wide, and then we're going to roll up into a seated position. Okay, so we're going to add the breath, and then we're going to let you just guys go at your own pace, beginning to warm up that spine. All right, hands to the chair, lift through the heart, squeeze. There's your inhale. And exhale into cat pose. Let's do that again. Inhale up into cow. Exhale down into cat. One more time. Inhale, lifting up into cow. We're going to exhale down into cat. Now let's hold the cat pose. Once you finish your exhalation, you're just going to breathe your natural breath. One more breath, and let's go ahead and roll it up into a seated position. Moving into mountain pose. Arms are down by our side. We're going to spread our fingers wide, press those fingertips towards the floor. Shoulders are back and down, belly is tight. GoHPO arms, we'll squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. We're going to extend our mountain up to the ceiling. Shoulders are going to stay down out of the ears. Right hand is going to grab left wrist. We're going to lengthen that mountain pose, and then we're going to lean our mountain pose. So I'm pulling gently on that wrist. Up we go. We're going to grab the opposite wrist. We'll lengthen it up, and we're going to lean our mountain. Up we go. We're going to bring our hands down and take just a moment. Let's do that again. Mountain pose. Hands down by the side. It's an active pose. Press those fingertips down towards the floor. GoHPO arms. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back behind us. We'll come into our extended mountain, fingertips up, but notice what I've done. I've just pulled those shoulders down, right? Double check that your abdominals are engaged. Left hand grabs right wrist. We're going to lengthen up, and then we're going to lean that mountain. Now, the little add-on here, remember, you don't ever have to add on. Keep those sits bones on that chair. Keep those feet grounded to the earth, and then we're just going to rotate and look up. You don't have to add on. Take that rotation out, and up we go. Let's grab the opposite wrist. We're going to lengthen it up. We're going to lean that mountain. I'm pulling gently on that wrist. Ready? Rotate and look up at that ceiling. Take the rotation out. Up we go. Bring the hands down. And let's roll those shoulders again just because it feels good, right? Okay, we're moving into staff pose. So we're going to move forward in our chair. Double check that your feet are still grounded. Your sits bones are still on that chair, even though we're a little bit further forward. Now, I want you to extend the spine long. Think of crown of the head to the ceiling. You should feel your abdominals working here, all right? So the belly button to spine, that's going to help you to maintain that extension. Now, we're going to bring our thumbs right under our arms. And I want you to, again, think about lifting. I don't know about you, but I'm really high up on my sits bones now. My belly is tight. I've actually engaged my glutes just a little bit to try to lift myself up a little bit more. One more breath, and we're just going to relax for a moment. So you should feel yourself really release. Okay, we're going to do that just like that again before we do the add-on. Okay, so thumbs right under those arms. Think about crown of the head to the ceiling. We're lifting ourselves up. Our belly is tight. A little bit of glute engagement here, right? So I'm lifting up high on those sits bones, extending one more breath and release. And you should feel yourself just kind of relax. Okay, so the add-on here is once we get into our extension, we're going to take our fingertips, we'll tent them. Now, what tenting your fingertips does, if you press your palms down, you're going to be really tempted to push into the chair. And I don't want that to happen. I want the work to be happening through your abdominals, right? And their spine. So I don't want you to push into the chair. So tent the fingers. You're going to place them on that chair right behind you and maintain that extension. Okay, so let's do that again. We're going with that little add-on. Remember, you don't ever have to add on. All right, ready? Thumbs under arms. What am I doing next? Extending the spine long, crown of the head to the ceiling. Lift, lift, lift. Now, tense your fingers, place them on the chair behind you, but don't let yourself sink. Do you feel that? And relax. All right, one more time. Let's do it. Thumbs under arms, extend, belly tight. It's an active pose. Ready? Hands to tenting those fingers, hands to the chair behind your back. Don't push into the chair. Keep that extension. One more breath and release. Nicely done. Staff pose. The next pose is a half Lord of the Fishes. There's various ways we do half Lord of the Fishes. Today, we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it to that 90 degrees. So you've got one knee facing me and you've got one knee facing that wall over there. Now, what I want you to think about is rotating the upper body to face me without letting this right knee fold in. So I want you to look at that right knee. And if it's wanting to fold in, two things. One is, use those internal thigh muscles to keep that leg open, or heel toe it in just a little bit to give yourself a little bit of grace. So I do not want that knee folding in. Okay. All right. Pick your leg position. Rotate the center of the body to me just a little bit. We're going to take this left hand and we're going to open it super wide. Now we're going to bring that arm all the way across our body. We're going to grab the chair. Well, my chairs are pretty far away from me. So I'm going to give you an option. So let's go ahead and release that just for a second. So for me personally, I'm a little bit forward in my chair, which is fine, but I can't grab my chair. It's too far away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand on my waist, which is another great version for this. All right. So that's what I'm going to do today. If you're close enough to the chair and you want to grab it, that's fine. All right. Back to the beginning. Here we go. Bring that arm open. Bring it all the way across your body. Hand to the chair or hand to your waist. Now, everybody, extend the spine, and we're just going to rotate and look over the back of our chair. If you have your hand on your waist, you can pull forward gently on that hand and give yourself just a little additional rotation there. You don't have to. It's just an option. Let's release that. We're going to do that again. Arm opens up. Bring it across your body to your waist or the chair. Extend the spine and rotate. And let's do that one more time. Open it up. Bring it across to the chair or the waist. Extend the spine. Don't forget that part. And rotate. And release. Go ahead and bring that leg in. Did you feel that? I felt that in my legs, trying to keep those legs open. Let's do the other side. Left knee opens. Now, if you wanted to continue to do the hand to waist, that's a great version. If you want to scoot a little further back so you can grab your chair, that's a good version too. I think I'm going to do that one just to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to be a little closer to my chair this time. Remember, rotate the upper body to face me just a little bit. It doesn't have to be like a warrior two, but just a little bit. Make sure this knee is going to stay open for you. All right, right arm opens up nice and wide. Bring it all the way across your body to your waist or your chair. Extend the spine nice and long. Rotate and look over that chair. Is that right knee folding in? Don't let it. Let's release that, and we're going to do it again. Open it up. Bring it across your body to the chair or the waist. Extend the spine and rotate. And release. Let's do it one more time. Open it up. Bring it across your body. Grab that chair or your waist. Extend the spine. Rotating, looking over the back of that chair without that right knee folding in. One more breath, release that, and face forward. Nicely done. We're going to move into camel pose. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of options for camel. Some people will get a little, frightened because it is a little bit of a spine movement. But you can do camel pose and it not be really any more than cow. And I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to turn. You stay facing me. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side because I think you can see me just a little bit better from the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one hand and make a light fist, and I'm going to place it right in the small of my back. So you're going to feel there's a really big bone right there. And I want it to be just above that bone, okay? Not on the spine. Now take your other hand, make a fist, and you're going to do the same thing. So you've got one hand on each side of the spine, right in the small of that back. My feet are on the floor and my sits bones are grounded to that chair. I'm going to lift my heart a little bit. And when I do that, I'm just going to gently push forward with my fists. Super, super gentle. Do not overdo it. Now my gaze is a little bit, it comes up just a little bit, but that's just natural. I don't want you to look up, right? So just kind of let the gaze do its natural thing here. All right, now what I'm going to do is move into cat pose for a release. So I'm going to come up, when we release my hands, I'll come up to seated, pull my belly in, hands on thighs, elbows wide, and I'm just going to tuck my chin and round down. And let's come up to seated. And we're going to do that again. Hands into your fists are into the small of the back. And I'm going to lift my chin slightly and I'm going to push forward. We have one more breath and then I'm going to round it down. Hands on the thighs, elbows wide. And we're going to take just a little break. Now I'm going to face you. Now, the only add-on we're going to do to this pose is instead of hands in the small of the back, I'm going to kind of hold my chair. And all that does is as I push my hips forward, it lets me lift my heart just a little bit more. It is very similar to cow. I'm just trying to get us a little deeper into that pushing the hips forward. All right, remember, stay with the hands in the small of the back. If the fist is bothering you, you can flatten the hands and just put the palm into the small of the back. That's another option. All right, so if you're with me, I'm going to lift my heart. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades, lift that chin, and I'm going to walk my hands down the chair just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Getting a little bit deeper into that back bend, only if it feels okay for you, into that camel pose. We have one more breath, belly tight. Walk your hands back up, round into that cat pose. Oh, yeah. We have one more breath here. Go ahead and come up into seated. All right, let's come to standing beside our chair. We're going to move into a mountain pose. So I'm on the right side of my chair. My hands are just going to be by my side for just a moment. Okay. Take a moment here. Soften those knees, and we want the feet to be about hip distance apart. Okay. So you don't want those feet right by each other. You want a little bit of space between those feet. My abdominals are going to stay engaged here, and I'm going to extend the crown of the head to the ceiling, and I'm going to bring my arms by my side. All right, mountain pose. So my fingertips, you can, if you like palms facing in, that's absolutely fine. The only reason I do hands out is palms out is just to think about opening the heart. That's the absolute only reason. If you look it up, generally your palms are going to be facing in, and that's fine too. Nice soft knees. Now we're just going to extend our mountain. Hands are going to go up to the ceiling, shoulders are out of the ears. Belly is tight. Let's lean our mountain just like we did seated. Grab that left wrist. Oh, excuse me. Grab your right wrist. It doesn't matter. And we're going to lean towards our chair. I tend to like to lean towards the chair first because we just feel a little more stable, right? Up we go. We know that chair's right there. Grab the opposite wrist and we're going to lean that mountain. And up we go. Let's bring those hands down and we're going to do that again. Mountain pose. Ha, shoulders down, belly tight. Extend that mountain up, shoulders stay down. Let's lean our mountain, grab a wrist. It doesn't matter, and lean that mountain. And up we go. Let's grab the opposite wrist, extending up, and we're going to lean that mountain. Up we go and bring those hands down. We're going to turn and face our chair and we're going to move into a cow and a cat pose. So take a little step away from your chair. You don't want to be too close, hinging at the hips, not at the waist. We're hinging at the hips. And we're going to come down and place our hands in the seat of the chair and bring the weight forward. If having hands in seat of the chair bothers your wrist, you can come up onto your fists and straighten those wrists. The other thing I will tell you is try to not have like all your weight down in the, try to use your abdominals, lift yourself up. See, I'm here and I can literally take my hands off the chair. I don't have any weight in the on my wrists, but this is fine too. Okay, so cow pose. I'm going to drop my belly and I'm going to lift my heart and I'm going to lift my hips. Now I'm going to come into cat pose, tuck my chin, let my head fall, round the spine. Cow pose, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Cat pose, pull the belly button to the spine, round the shoulders, and let that head fall. One more time. Drop that belly, lift the heart, lift the hips, and round into cat pose. Now, bend at the knees generously, and then let's just roll it up into a standing position. So we're going to move into standing camel. So it's very similar to what we did in the seated version. We're going to take our hands and we're going to place them either fist or palm. If you want to do palm, that's absolutely fine. I'll do palm this time just to demonstrate it. If you like fist, that's fine too. So this part of my palm is going to go right into that, right above that big tailbone, okay? One on each side of the spine. Soften the knees, pull the belly in. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push my hips forward. And as I do that, my heart lifts and my chin lifts slightly. Don't overdo it. It's a gentle movement. Camel pose. Now, pull the belly button to the spine, and we're going to round into place our hands back in the seat of the chair, and we're going to do a couple of cat and cows. So I'm going to move my weight forward. My shoulders are over my wrist, and I'm going to drop into that cow pose, lifting my heart and lifting my hips. And then I'm going to round into cat pose. It should feel really good. Let that head fall as you round that back. Let's do it one more time. Lifting the heart, lifting the hips, and rounding down into cat pose. Bend at the knees and go ahead and come up to standing. So we're going to do that camel pose again. So my hands are going to go in the small of the back. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades behind as I push my hips forward. So I'm feeling a little more willingness in my back. So I'm giving it just a little bit more of a push. Please do not overdo this. Just do whatever feels okay for your back today. We have one more breath. Pull that belly in tight. Go ahead and come back to standing. Be very gentle here. And then we're going to round down into that cat pose, or actually we'll put our hands in the chair, shoulders over wrists. Let's start in cow. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Round into cat pose, pull the belly button in, tuck that chin, let that head fall. One more time, move into that cow pose. We're going to move into our cat pose. Now, let's just come to your neutral spine here so your back is flat. And all I'm going to do is wag my tail just side to side. This also feels good, and it kind of releases that back that we just worked. Just a little side to side movement for those hips. It doesn't matter. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. I'm just kind of squeezing my side waist. Go ahead and release that, bend at the knees, and let's roll it up into a standing position. Okay, let's come back to seated. Okay, so I'm moving a little forward in my chair, and we're going to come into a supported forward fold. So I'm going to put the forearms on my thighs. My palms are facing up. So go ahead and get yourself situated on your chair in this position first, okay? So keep your head lifted, and then let's just begin to let our heart fall. Again, don't worry about how far that heart falls. Just do what feels good for you today. Just trying to release that back, right? We just did some back work. So this is just a nice way to, another nice way to release into that. Let's tuck that chin and we'll roll it all the way up into seated. And let's do that just one more time. Nice long spine. Come down into that supported forward fold. Just let that heart fall. Oh yeah, that should feel really good. Notice how my head stays lifted though? I'm just letting that heart be the thing to fall. All right, now let's go ahead and roll that up into seated. And we're going to finish up with a wide arm cow pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands behind my head. You can interlace fingers if you like that. You can stack if you prefer. It doesn't matter, right? Either way is fine. Now, what I want you to think about is pressing those elbows back, lifting your chin slightly, and then I want you to push your head into your hand. Do you feel that? Press that head into those hands. So not only now am I getting a little stretch through my abdominals, I'm getting all kinds of stretch through those upper arms and my chest. Do y'all feel that? All right, let's release that. Elbows are going to go to the floor. Keep your hands behind the head, and you're just going to let the weight of the arms and the elbows give your back of the neck a little more stretch. All right, let's come back up. Let's do that one more time. Nice wide arms, elbows wide. Press your head into those hands. Lift that chin. Ooh, yeah, I feel that. Keep your abdominals engaged, belly tight. One more breath. Let's roll it down into that cat, kind of a cat pose, if you will. My head is, my chin is tucked. My elbows are towards the floor. I have one more breath. I'm going to place my hands on my lap and I'm going to roll it up into a seated position. All right, let's move into Shavasana pose. We're going to lean back. Hands are resting lightly on the thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes.
Not quite perfect. Go with a good option, but don't waste a lot of time holding out for the perfect option. Make the best choice available to you and make it work. Yes, you might realize later that an alternative direction would have made things easier, more profitable, more effective. That's good to know, but don't let that realization prevent you from moving forward again. Perfection is a great ideal, but a lousy tactic. Go with what you have when you have it, even if it's not quite perfect. If conditions or options or priorities change, adjust to the best of your ability. Then keep going with the time, resources, and knowledge you have available. Work yourself in the direction of perfection without making yourself dependent on it. Know with confidence that you can continue to make improvements. Zero in on a good option, putting your time, your skill, and your effort into it. Even if you never achieve perfection, there's plenty of good you can do.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Oh, thank you so much for participating today in our live streaming class. Remember that we will be live streaming classes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday through the month of January. And if you would, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you would go ahead and like the video and subscribe, we would really appreciate it. And also, there's also a link to sign up and join future live stream classes that are in the posts on our YouTube channel. And I encourage everybody to become a Bottoms Down Wellness Community member on our website, which is bottomsdown.com. And we are working hard to provide new and exciting programs for our wellness community, including health and wellness insights from our medical director of wellness medicine, who is a licensed lifestyle medicine physician. Check out our blogs. Stay tuned for more to come in the next few months. And lastly, if you have social media, if you would consider following us on Facebook and Instagram, we would appreciate it. Okay, that's all the housekeeping. Now, do we have any questions or comments?
So there is a question from a YouTube subscriber
Okay.
we can ask. There are times when I get dizzy doing some of the classes. What causes this and what can I do about it?
Okay. Yeah, I do get that question. So, a couple of things. One is if you're breathing, like if you're doing our yoga breath with me and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, just breathe normally. It's okay. Don't ever feel like you have to do that yoga breath because sometimes that just gets, I don't know, it just creates a little bit of dizziness. Another time that we can get dizzy is whenever we let our head fall below our heart. So I do a lot of certifications. I'm always up to date. I do my continuing ed. And one of the things they talk about the most is in the fitness world, we call them contraindications. And one is letting your head fall below your heart. Because especially if you have high blood pressure, all that does is it just increases that blood pressure, especially if you don't take medication or anything, right? So if you get dizzy, if you let that head fall too far down, just don't do that, right? Just keep your head lifted, keep it above the heart. And another one I'll just mention briefly, I was thinking about sun salutation, and we're actually going to do that. I think I have that queued up for the next class, Wednesday. It may be Friday, but I think it's Wednesday's class, is that sun salutation. And so I'll hear that people talk about that. So, it's that big sweeping movements, right? And they're like, whoa, I get seasick doing that. Just make smaller movements, right? So you don't have to do those huge movements. And I'll definitely talk about that. So thanks for that question, because I'll remember that. I'll try to remember that whenever I do sun salutation, and I think it's on Wednesday that we're doing that. So just make that movement a little bit smaller, right? You don't have to do the big, make yourself seasick movements, okay? Anything else?
Nope, I don't see any hands. Everybody has probably the holiday on their minds and
Yep.
can enjoy the day. So
Okay, so as we wrap up, again, I want to have just a special thank you to Ralph Marston for all of his meditation readings that he has so graciously allows us to use. And if you would check out his website at greatday.com, we'd appreciate it. And I will see you next time.